everyone, my name is Alyssa and welcome to my channel Retro Furby. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how to clean corrosion from your Furby's battery compartment. So I'm going to be using my Cuisine Furby for this one, and this one has a little bit of corrosion in the battery compartment, so I'll show you how I'm going to clean that so that hopefully you can do it for your own Furbies. So let's get started. So here are all the supplies that I'm going to be using today. You want to make sure that you have a pair of gloves while you're doing this because you do not want to touch the battery acid. The other supplies you're going to need are a screwdriver to unscrew your Furby's bottom, you're going to need a toothbrush, and you're going to need something to neutralize the acid, so I'm using white distilled vinegar. You can also use lemon juice, and then I also have a cup. Now before we start, I want you to understand that battery acid is actually alkaline based, so it's not really an acid, so you need something acidic to neutralize it. That's why I'm using the white vinegar. If you attempt to clean up this battery acid using only a toothbrush and not something to help neutralize it, it's going to continue to eat away at the insides. So now what I'm going to do is open up my Furby, and I don't think I need my screwdriver. I think this Furby is already opened. But I'll show you the inside here where there is the corrosion. You can see it right there, it's that blue color. This Furby really isn't too bad. I know for a fact that it does work, but you might get one that is so bad that the Furby may not even work. So hopefully by cleaning it up, you might be able to get the Furby to turn on. The next step is going to be to take my white vinegar and I'm going to pour some into this cup. The reason why I'm putting it in this cup is obviously I don't want to be dipping this straight into the white vinegar bottle. So you want to make sure that you have a cup to pour this into because you definitely don't want to be getting battery acid in it, because if you're like me, you're going to be using your white vinegar to cook. I'm going to be starting with the inside. As you can see, there's some corrosion on the right side. It's not too bad on the left side, but I'm still going to hit it anyway, just in case there's some corrosion back behind the terminal. And I want to make sure that I neutralize all of it, especially since this is a particularly expensive Furby that I want to make sure stays nice for a long time. What you want to do is just scrub at it until you get that battery acid up. You'll actually notice when you hit particularly corroded spots that it'll actually start to sizzle. So you'll be able to tell by hearing it that the white vinegar is working to neutralize it. Since this Furby wasn't too bad, you can already see that it's starting to look much cleaner. Take a look at the contact that I just hit and you'll see that it's sizzling and it's bubbling behind that terminal. So that is a good thing. That means that you're getting it behind there and that it's neutralizing it and it's doing its job. I'm going to flip this over so you can get a look at this terminal there. You'll notice that it's a little rusted, and so that means that the corrosion has become permanent in that spot. So what you need to do is file down the contacts if there's any rust. So that's what I'm going to do next after this air dries. Once you've cleaned it up as much as you can, you're just going to set it out to dry. You don't want to attempt to use this Furby or put any batteries into it until it's completely dry. So what I did is I set this out for 24 hours before I came back to it. Now to deal with the rust, I'm just going to take a small nail file that can fit into this battery compartment, and then I'm just going to file down that contact point. Okay, so now the cleanup is finished. So I'll open him up here now that it's had time to dry, and you can see that the contacts are looking a lot better. There's still some rust on that one. I wasn't really able to file it down too well, but it should be okay. And then you can see the other ones are looking nice and clean. So the next thing to do is to pop some batteries in him and make sure that he still works. If you're watching this tutorial to get one of your own Furbies to work that has some bad battery corrosion, hopefully once you get to this point, your Furby will turn on. If your Furby has been sitting for a while and it still doesn't turn on, you may have some stuck gears on the inside that you need to get moving again. If your Furby still doesn't turn on after that, the battery corrosion may have ate away back behind the terminals and into the wires. Alright, so that's the end of this tutorial. If you're looking for other Furby related tutorials, I have a few on my channel, so go ahead and check those out. And if there's anything else you'd like to see, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.